President of the Hungarian Olympic Committee, Mr. Zsolt György, two-time Olympic champion.
Olympics is already in the blood of the Hungarians. Like I mentioned earlier, I was amazed to see such, wonderful Olympians, veterans now who have taken the job of using their experience to groom up young talents in the country.
Well, I'm already a huge fan of the president because I love Formula One, and he is actually the president also of Hungaroring, which was really interesting to find out. I was not expecting that. But it's really nice. I was telling them that it seems like more of a museum, like an Olympic museum.
Primero que nada, es muy especial para nosotros la representación de América. En este caso, pues Panamá también decir presente en este foro deportivo aquí en Hungría. Así que muchísimas gracias, estamos felices de estar en esta representación y con todo el equipo deportivo en este caso.
Et aussi en tant qu'ancienne joueuse de football, puisque j'ai joué au football aussi, j'ai été joueuse dans un petit club. Ensuite, j'ai même représenté l'Algérie dans une compétition à l'international. Bon, c'était dans le beach soccer, mais j'ai quand même eu l'opportunité de porter le drapeau de l'Algérie. Se retrouver ici aujourd'hui dans ce magnifique stade, dans ce stade mythique, il faut aussi savoir, il y a une petite histoire que je vais vous dire. On a le même stade en Algérie puisqu'il a été construit par des Hongrois avec les mêmes plans du Puskás Stadium. Donc en Algérie, il s'appelle le stade du 5 juillet, donc c'est un stade mythique en Algérie. Donc me retrouver ici, dans ce stade-là, ici en Hongrie, à quelques mois de la finale de la Champions League, c'est quand même une expérience, on va dire, inédite. C'est incroyable ce qu'on vit aujourd'hui grâce à l'IPS, grâce aux organisateurs que je remercie énormément. Et en tant que coach, vous m'avez posé la question, en tant que coach de football, en tant qu'une amoureuse, une passionnée du football, être ici, c'est vivre l'histoire, on va dire, du football hongrois. On l'a vu en montant ici dans les escaliers, on a eu l'occasion de voir le musée, de voir certaines images quand même très intéressantes, très historiques aussi, je vais dire. Donc c'est une expérience qui restera certainement gravée dans nos mémoires et dans nos cœurs également.
Four homes of Ferenc Puskás from his childhood when he was captain of Hungary. After the revolution, his flat in Madrid.
I always believe it's very important to create opportunities, not just to talk and not just exchange ideas in a congress, but to create opportunities to really experience new things in person. So I'm very grateful for our partners, as of course Vice President of the Hungarian Sport Journalists Association, to have the National Sports Agency and also to have the PES management, who is a part of this project, that we could invite from 4 continents 7 fantastic female sport journalists who are absolutely an opinion leaders in their own home, to have them over and to get a little grasp of what we think about sports from the Olympic perspective and also from the sports business.
Many times you find other colleagues in big tournaments and these kind of things, but usually you're in the rush of work and you don't really have time to engage, sharing ideas, sharing our knowledge, our experiences working, whether women in sports, whether with our NOCs. It's really complicated to have these spaces to discussion, to kind of have these talks that are really important for the growth of sports journalism. So I think it's really nice to have this space when we can share our knowledge, when we can hear from other countries, their perspectives, their goals. Are they different? Are they the same? And this is really, really interesting.
In sport, but sport journalism, and we do believe that there is a space for us.
Can set it on the table and start to talk and start to solve what we need to solve. And what I think nowadays is a very important topic is to catch up on women's sports, fan engagement and viewership rise that I think we didn't catch in the field of media, of sports media. We have very few women sport journalists, content creators, and I think it's time to support these journalists and young people who like to be content creators from the field of sport, especially women.
First gold medal. Bravo, ladies! You deserve your gold medal.
Well, the stories are almost the same in every country. You know, women's sports are developing. It's coming up. It has not been developed yet. Though I talk a lot about Paris Olympics, about 50-50 participation, equality, pay equality. There are a lot of issues that needs to be addressed. But I'm hopeful as a sports journalist that, I've seen the blood, the sweat of these young women athletes they go through just to reach the Olympics, just to be in the World Championships, just to win a medal for their country. It's a very progressive discussions with my counterparts from different countries who have thronged here in Sports Forum 2025. I'm going to take home a lot of lessons from these women professionals and still hopeful that it'll develop and there has to be a revolution.
We decided to celebrate this day with a special dinner. I found it important to invite some other special guests. We have our Paralympic champion, Bianca Pop here. She's a two-time Paralympic gold medalist as a swimmer. And I wanted to get these fantastic sport journalists to get to know her. We also have Mr. Balázs Fűrész, the Hungarian IOC member, having a conversation, an informal talk. We also have Anita Todd. She is the press operation officer and the head of marketing and media at the Hungarian Olympic Committee, and she's also an expert in automobile sports and Formula One. In an occasion like this, we also have Judith Berkesi, that she is joining us today. She's a fantastic sports commentator in Hungary and a well-known sports reporter. And Adina Hill, she used to be the director of Google Hungary, so she's also an experienced woman.
Zsuzsa is somebody who's truly amazing worker for women and for women's rights. And her whole career about, obviously being a very successful sportswoman and then going over to the media and then recognizing what a role media plays in terms of the visibility of women, not just in sports, but in every walk of life. Then she realized that she started really working on it to bring in this topic, to bring women into the limelight, because one of the most important things is for any human being, whatever sex they are, is to have role models.
I told them that I never had the honor to have a dinner with 12 ladies on my own, so it's fantastic. They are smart, they are wise, they are experienced, they are encouraging and bring a lot of energy to the table and to sport. So I think it was a fantastic initiative to have the AIPS ladies at the Sport Forum Hungary. Sport Forum Hungary is a great success, and I suggested them that maybe AIPS should follow IOC, where we have a women revolution, and Kirsty Coventry as the first ever female president of the IOC has been elected. So maybe it's time for the AIPS to follow the footstep and get a female president too.
I mainly discussed the importance of involving students to the competitions and not just social media channels, so that the importance of being at the competition side is to have high profile athlete interviews and to have like competition coverage, not just to share news about the competition, but to have like competition coverage. This is the importance.
Actually, these 3 days, we talk a lot about this topic, and I think we know different countries have different problems. But I think it's really helpful for us to know each other, to know what happened in the world. And when we know a lot, we have some knowledge, we can try to find some solutions, maybe in our country or maybe in our continent, like me in AIPS Asia. Maybe we can learn from Europe, maybe we can learn from Africa, America. That's it. It's really important to have this opportunity to be together.
I hope all the invited guests feel that it was just as positive experience for them as it was for me. Sport journalism is not just about writing articles or making interviews on TV or radio, it's also creating opportunities for a new society to get involved, for example, in a competitive sport. So our friend, for example, from India, she's been asking for the opportunity how, for example, the Hungarian Kayak and Canoe Association could work together with the Indian Kayak Canoe Association from a country which doesn't have as much experience. I think they have, and that is my final summary, they have so much to offer to the international community of sport journalism, maybe within AIPS, that this is something that we have to include in this community. We could take advantage of their knowledge and whatever they have experienced, and I think that could be for the betterment of the International Sports Association in the future.
2022-es kezdet óta nekünk volt egy kihívásunk, egy víziunk is azt, hogy a nőket segítsük. A nők a sportban az egy olyan tematika, amit évről évre bővítünk, és most azt állítom, hogy mind a létszámban, mind az előadók tekintetében ilyen 30-40% már nő volt. És szerintem ez fantasztikus eredmény, fantasztikus előadások voltak, és ilyen vibráló volt, pezsgő volt, tehát igazi nemzetközi hangulat volt.
This is my first time to get a very personal approach in women sports diplomacy and sports journalism, and my favorite Hungarian person for sports journalism, and she's a piece of our heart since I've been a child, although she's not that old at all. But Zsuzsa Csisztu is, it's a cornerstone of Hungarian sports journalism.
The Hungarian Sport Journalist Association has to be an example for everyone, as we were decades and a century ago. The sport journalists are still basically men, not only in Hungary, and not only in traditional countries but even in the most liberal Western European countries. The rate of the female sport journalists are under 10% everywhere. You can see, for example, the International Sport Journalists Association AIPS Executive Committee. Among the 24 members, there are only 2 women. One of them is Zsuzsa, our vice president, and I think it's not good, and we have to change. And in this case, we have to have a positive discrimination. We at Hungarian Sport Journalists are very happy to help this fantastic initiative by Vice President Csisztu, and it's something new. The first occasion ever in the international sport journalism when someone organizes something like that, and I think it's a good network when female sport journalists are helping each other globally, and I am sure that Zsuzsa will continue this work on AIPS level.